That's what it feels like to win a game. That's what it feels like to win a game at home. That's what it feels like to play well. You know, do you know what? I thought we actually did play well. We didn't set the world alight, but we played well. And do you know what? In theory, it feels like you stop a rot. You stop a rot. I saw more progressive football. I saw more possession played. I saw a lot more positives. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not impressed with Ipswich. I've been impressed with Ipswich this season, but I've not been impressed with them today. And I think the game came at the right time for West Ham. The relevant players got on the score sheets that needed to get on the score sheets. It's kind of been an all-round good day at the office for West Ham, and that's the way we need to look at this game. That's the way you should describe a very good day at the office. West Ham went 4-1 at home against Ipswich Town. You know, if we had been beaten, it would have been 4 consecutive games beaten at the London Stadium. We've stopped that rot. 53% possession to West Ham over the 47% to Ipswich Town as well. But listen, at the end of the day, that's the result we needed. We absolutely needed it. Results from around the grounds in the Premier League today. Liverpool beaten Crystal Palace earlier on today, 1-0. Arsenal beaten Southampton 3-1 currently. Brentford beat Wolves 5-3. Leicester beat Bournemouth 1-0. Man City beating Fulham 3-2. Of course, West Ham beating Ipswich Town 4-1. Let me just check the current standings of the Premier League. West Ham pushing ourselves up to 12th place with 8 points. Literally only 3 points away from Fulham, only 5 from Aston Villa. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? So yeah, I think it's a great game for West Ham. And like I said, a good day at the office, and it came at the right time. We are going to be going live to the London Stadium. However, I'm going to give you your chance right now to come on and have a brief conversation with me just now. So I'm going to put a link in the chat. Now, you can come on with your camera or just with your audio only. So what you need to do is see the link I've just put in. Click it, and come and have your kind of 1 minute of fame if you want. And then you'll be able to come into the background. I'll bring you in. You can have your say just before Russ does come on. Let me jump into the chat and see what everyone else says for us. Chris Southall says, by far, Calvin Phillips' best game for us. When he came off, he got a little cheeky boo, didn't he, as well? 23 shots at goal for West Ham today, 13 on target compared to Ipswich 9 and 2 on target for them. That winning feeling, I have missed it, and it feels good. My God, it feels good as well. 4 points from safety. Sorry, 5 points from safety for West Ham. Wolves sitting rock bottom at 1 point. Southampton sitting rock bottom at 1 point. Crystal Palace sitting third from bottom with 3 points. Our best players, Johnson and Phillips. Very good, Chris. Hooray from Joan. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Classic Chris as well. Hats off to Lop. We saw goals. You saw goals. We all saw goals. Has the lobby decided that this is his starting 11? Honestly, no. I expect changes, and I think changes will be made. So I wouldn't be surprised with that as well. Let me just see what this is coming through. I'll give everyone an 8, Bowen and Antonio a 9, and Pakata a 2. Let's go from Freno. Come on, you are something to look forward to. Well done to players. I just hope we can keep the form against bigger teams that are around us or on our way to get to Europe Champions League. Well, the thing is, that really bridges that gap. We've got a massive game coming up against Tottenham on the 19th of October. The next 6 fixtures for West Ham: Tottenham away, Man United at home, Nottingham Forest away, Everton at home, Newcastle away, and Arsenal at home. Remember, West Ham not travelling away from London until the 2nd of November, Nottingham Forest. But the next 6 fixtures are key. Tottenham, we know we can rise to the occasion, but we're going to have to be at full pelt for that 100%. We easily outclassed them. Don't even think we played that well over 90 minutes. I don't think we played massively. I don't think we set the world alight. I just think it's a good day at the office. As simple as that. I know O'Neill could be on his way. Would you, Adam and Eva? Lopsided to the 4, absolutely. Alan Dunn says, great to see Kudus, Bowen, Antonio and Pakata all get goals. Hopefully that's the game we needed, but sick of the bloody internationals. Absolutely. You're right. I am as well. It's so bloody frustrating. It's coming such at the wrong time. You'd rather these games come with a flow as well. Another win, and we are in the top half from Paul. Had it on the wireless. That crowd sounded like a home crowd. Should Irons? Absolutely. And I think that's when you get West Ham on the ball. We held more possession. We played good football. I have to say it. I have to clearly say it. Todibo is mustard. Todibo and Kilman is what I've been calling for as soon as he came into the club. I felt like he was ready. I saw enough of him. I'm not saying I was right. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But that's certainly good for our goal difference and brings a goal difference back into -1 for the season. But, Todibo's mustard. What a cool, calm, collected defender. And this is what's really interesting. When we played earlier in the season, we were all talking and raving about Kilman. And we still are. The thing is, Kilman was standing out above the rest. Todibo's came in, and it's like the shared responsibility between that back line. They do look closer as a unit. They do look comfortable as a unit. They look like no one's having to cover for someone else in that team. And that's the key part here. Michael Blees has said 12th in the league. Phillips played well for us today. What a fantastic result. Absolutely. Martin has said delighted with the 3 points. Let's not get carried away. It was only Ipswich. We should be beating teams like this at home by a few goals. Anyway, they made us look good. They are a piss poor team. I'm not taking away from that. I do think that they did struggle. Absolutely, they struggled as a team. But at the end of the day, we've got to take advantage of that. I'm not getting carried away because I think, and to be fair to everyone in here, I don't think anyone is getting carried away. I think we haven't set the world alight, but we've had a good day at the office. And the thing and the clear message for me is everyone that needed to do something positive today did. Everyone that needed to get a goal today did. Everyone that needed to get an assist today did. That's a good day at the office. It's a shame we didn't keep a clean sheet, but apart from that, Ipswich never really threatened, and that is it as well. Todibo is a very good player from Bear X. He is. Why didn't we play Todibo earlier? Apparently he wasn't fit. Apparently wasn't ready, raring to go. He didn't have a pre-season, but that's why. And he looks a lot stronger now. Pleasantly surprised, although I did have concerns about our lack of being able to play through midfield better in the second half, though. Yeah, and like I said, I don't think we set the world alight. And it's really interesting because it looks like the double pivot's what Lopetegui wants to do. And it surprises me that he wants to do that, especially in theory in the game that we saw being played the way it was being played today. If there was a time that he was going to come away from the double pivot, it could have been at half time. It could have been at the start. But especially at half time when you're kind of not cruising, but you are cruising to a certain extent. So I think that it's obviously a sign of things to come, which is a concern. But the Tottenham game's a good opportunity for West Ham to try and put our name on the map. Expect the double pivot there. There's no point in us trying to say that we're not going to play the double pivot because we're coming up against a team that like to go at teams. But we now know we can break, and we've got players, like I said, Paqueta, Bowen, Kudus, Antonio, all off the mark, all scoring goals today, and that's good. We are 12th now, absolutely. Todibo, Kilman, Joe is coming to form, absolutely. Paul Evans says, Irons, good to see you, my friend. Again, happy birthday to you. Griff says, great result, still needs more time, but the front four to score is brilliant. It really is. The European charge is back on. Come on, you Irons. Troj, I'm happy we entertained for full 90 minutes. When did this last happen? Feels like years ago. It feels weird to have a smile on a Saturday. And, listen, when you do the commentary, like I don't remember thinking to myself, oh, we're really in great danger. But I don't also remember setting the world alight. We had really good spells in the game. But we certainly didn't set the world alight. But at the end of the day, I don't care. It is a results business, and we needed this result today. But more so the fact that individuals got goals that needed goals, and that sets off that front four as well, including Antonio. Like, whether you like it or not, including Antonio. I wanted to see some changes a lot earlier, but it is what it is. Be nice for Fulker to come back into a functioning side. Absolutely. Paul Evans says great confidence booster. It really is. Lee Vincent, Antonio played well today. They aren't even in it for nothing. Whoever gifted a membership for this channel, I really appreciate it so much. John Brown, no worries. I can't remember. It was between the strong possibility. It was either Gary, Jay, and if Gary is in the chat, then please thank him. Actually, do you know what? Just thank Gary J and thank Toby Sampson. They've been gifted memberships all day today, so massively appreciate them for doing that. 3 more games, and Todibo is a hammer officially. Mo is amazing. Player, get top 4 for us. Antonio, Toddy all did play well today from Samuel. Todibo is massive. He is. Antonio is a fine for matches like this. We need Fulkrug back. Absolutely. A first half goal, an assist by the finished one. The pairing going to be immense. Kilman and Todibo. Absolutely. Todibo was unreal. So happy he's coming good. The thing is, he was good. He's always been good. And I think you just started to hear rumours about his legs, but I don't think that seems to be a problem. And I've not really saw anything that's been problematic when he's played. Not even in the game when he started against Bournemouth in the League Cup. And then I was all right. I was all right with that. Lopetegui showed his was right with what he did last week. Everyone looked happy. They did actually, and I've got to say that again, Matthew. They absolutely did. David, no, only Ipswich, they ain't bad. Come on, you Irons. Listen, I'm not saying they were crap. I just don't think they caused West Ham problems today and couldn't. We did play as a team today. Nice to be able to watch us on Match of the Day for a change. It certainly does make a change that we can do that. Before halftime, a friend said to me, you guys should have kept Moyes. There's not any better. It was 1-1 then, Crosshammer. Nice to see Pac-Man score. Absolutely. And interestingly enough, I know people were kind of digging him out through the game, but honestly, I think we need to really see that transition of the double pivot. But it looks like, 6 games in now, and we're seeing the double pivot every single game. So there's no point in trying to say that we're going to change from that. It looks like we're not changing from the double pivot. So as much as we want it, I don't think it's going to happen. We've all had a day at the office we expect of any West Ham squad. They turned up. Let's start from Griff. Being positive now, it takes time, but the improvement is there to see. Kinnell, we won a game. Kinnell could have listened and passed the ball. And he looked confident, and he looked up for it, and he looked energized as well. Did that dressing room spat make everyone realize their mistakes? It depends on how deep the dressing room spat is. Listen, I think when West Ham lose a game, I think there's a dressing room spat no matter what. So I wouldn't, I believe, take that with a pinch of salt. The reason why Todibo wasn't playing was when we signed him, we could have to pay for the first 4 games to Nice. I don't believe you have to pay straight away, do you? I don't believe you have to pay it straight away. I need to find that out in depth. Sola should have started instead of Pac-Man, even though he scored. Again, I'll reiterate, I think I want to see them two together. That would be really key for me. All talking to each other. Steven says Antonio played like his old self to assist 1 goal. Todibo and Kilman look solid, becoming a really good pair for the future. Finally found the back of the net. Craig says great win, a much needed 3 points. Absolutely. Very happy we got 4 and could have scored. Tactically still, same here, mate. Form is temporary. Paqueta is class. I still think Paqueta's got a bright future. At anything, Kevin, look, this result proves nothing. Disagree with you. I think it proves that when many people doubted West Ham, even at Ipswich, we turned up and we done a job. And it's simply, it's not West Ham. It's West Ham fans enjoying. It's West Ham fans enjoying a win. It's not West Ham fans walking around like Conor McGregor, strutting across the street with our top off, going, "Hey, come and take us on." It's a good day at the office. We got to the office early. We were feeling energized because we had a porridge. We spoke to our colleagues in this decent time. We got a couple of sales through the door, a nice lunch, and some little punter turned up and paid for it for us. We had a nice cup of coffee. Someone gifted us the coffee. Got a couple more sales through the door. Went home. No traffic. Pulled up to the house. Dinner was ready. House was nice and warm and cozy. Shower was running. Had a shower, put on your comfy, sat down, watched a bit of telly for the night. Bosh, that's how I described our result today. Thanks, lads. I really appreciate it so much from John. Toby is gifting subs as in sandwiches. He is. Kudos man of the match. Totally agree. Ipswich hadn't been bad at all this season so far. They've not. We'll be in for the lap come the summer. Hold on a second. Let me just see when. I think Russ is trying to come in. I think he is. So I'll bring him on when he does come on. Double pivot against weaker teams is a waste of time. Worth buying Artel. Wolves look to be heading down. Players being upset is good. Shows that they give a shit. It does. Right. I'm about to bring Mr. DJ Russie B in the house. He is also alongside Alex TikTok Takeover. Russie B.
No, go on. Just say hello to him. Hello. Go on. It's Bedlam here. It's Bedlam here at London Stadium.
Go on, Ross. Get him on. Get a girl on. They've gone. But I've got Alex the TikTok. You know. Alex, no disrespect. We don't want to see you. We want to see the girl on. Get a girl on.
They've gone. The girls are gone. Sorry, the girls are gone. Disappointed. Yeah, and disappointed. The girls are gone. Sorry, mate. I do apologise.
I'll hand over to you for a minute. You talk amongst yourself about the game. Go.
Let's talk amongst ourselves, Alex. A win.
Yes, at last.
Now, I made a comment to someone. Did that seem like a 4-1 win? Or was it flattering?
No, do you know what? I thought we deserved it. I do feel like we deserved it.
Yeah.
I thought we did control a lot of that game. Especially in that first half, we had a lot of the ball. We weren't moving at enough pace in that first half. But then as soon as we started moving it pace, we were looking so dangerous.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, that is obviously how it led to that the second goal and the first goal started straight out, which was very unlikely, to say. And then in the second half, I never felt like Ipswich were ever going to score in that second half. They never felt like a danger to us.
Yeah.
I think we just got really solid defensively. We just played our game, we controlled it, and we ended up getting a win. And I thought it was a much better performance. I don't think Ipswich were brilliant. You've got to take that into account. You definitely do. But overall, I was a lot happier with what I saw today.
Were you as happy at 2:00 when you saw the team sheet?
No. I wasn't. I'm not going to lie. I was very frustrated when I saw that team. I thought it was a mistake starting Antonio. And you know, look, I criticised Souček last week, and then he goes and scored. I criticised Antonio this week, and he scored within a minute. It's just like I don't know who to criticise. Who shall I criticise next week?
I know. The double pivot.
I thought Rodriguez looked okay.
Now, was it me that I thought Mr. Kudus definitely played more centrally? He was interchanging a lot more than he normally would do.
Yeah,
he has done.
Yeah, he was playing out on that left, but in the first half, you definitely saw him coming in from that left-hand side, trying to get in on his right. Yeah, and it was just you knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to be shooting on his right, but it just wasn't working. But then, he did start to move more central. Yeah. Obviously, I'm on the other side of the pitch, so I had no idea who scored our second goal.
It was Kudus. Yeah, I mean, Antonio hit the post,
and I've had no.
Well, Martin fucked it up. He said Antonio, and I said, well, no, it was like Kudus. He got the chair and everything. He got the chair. He got the little chair.
Well, we saw Souček do the dance. So
well,
I thought it was.
And again, I can't remember the last time when our entire front four all scored.
I know. I thought that is a positive. And Bowen got involved in nearly all of them.
I thought it's probably Bowen's best game this season.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a game that he needed. I tell you, a guy impressed me today, Todabo.
Yes. Oh, very.
What a performance!
He's so good.
He only impressed you today. He only impressed you today.
He's so good on the ball, and not just controlling, but actually not so. So good on the ball, especially moving forward and driving forward with it as well. But you know, covering and
so in control stuff.
Yeah, very
so in control. Really good. I mean, it was, where we. I mean, you look at the Brentford game, and I don't think any of them really came out with any real glory. But today, Jesus, I tell you what, we needed that one.
Yeah, I mean, look, I can look at nearly every game this season, and apart from maybe the Man City game, and I can point out players who I thought had a really poor game. Yeah, I've looked at that game today, and I can't pinpoint anyone who I think had a poor game.
Yeah,
I don't.
I mean, Paqueta giving the ball away for the equaliser. And maybe Ariola could have done better for that. But I agree. I totally agree. And also, all 5 subs used again. That's it. 35 subs he's used so far this season. Even Lewis Kirby got on. That's when you know we're taking it easy.
It wasn't done for necessity today. It was done. It was done to benefit us in a way to try and rest some of these players.
Rest. We've got 2 weeks off now.
Well, yeah, I know, but I did feel like we did need some time because after we scored the third, we did look a little bit of the fun.
We looked a bit leggy, didn't we?
Yeah. And then after we scored the fourth, it was just like, let's see this home now.
And I think Antonio, actually, they utilised him exactly how they should have done. If they're going to start him, you've got to take him off for 60, 70 minutes. And
I thought he looked good, though. I hate to say it, he did look really.
I mean, to me, if Antonio plays well, the team play well. It's simple.
Yeah.
It really is simple because it's so centralised towards him. If the team play well, he plays well. The team playing well, we have a good game.
Yeah, because he brings other players off. When he obviously, as you say, when he plays well, other players around him get the ball a little bit more, and they get a bit more space, and they get to create a little bit more. Yeah. But when he has a poor game and he's giving it away with his second touch, we're always chasing back. But he wasn't doing that so much.
And I tell you what, when I walked out, I heard West Ham, like a load of people saying West Ham is massive, and I haven't heard that for ages. It was really nice to hear a bit of support and a bit of singing and a few olays as well during the game as well towards the end.
No. We don't often hear olays at a West Ham United game.
Usually opposition. It's been the opposition last week.
I think I've heard it like 3 times at the London Stadium ever.
Yeah.
Well, maybe more, just not for us. I think we heard it against Arsenal last season, possibly.
Yeah,
but it wasn't us singing it.
But now, typically, obviously, we've just hit 4-1. Bit of form. Now we've got 2 weeks off now.
Yeah, no, that is a frustrating thing. I mean, it's good to go into the national break on the back of a win, and on the back of a half decent performance as well, which is nothing like that. But it also is frustrating that we are that we do have those 2.
Always the way, but it saves everyone. Same as everyone.
Russ, hold on a second. Right, there's another man of the match performance, and that actual man of the match performance today comes to you, DJ Russie B, because as Dan has reminded me, and as I did hear myself from my lovely seat in Ayrshire in Scotland, the CM Punk theme tune at halftime, I must admit, it nailed on. If you're a wrestling fan and you were at the stadium where you could hear it, you would have heard it.
Bad blood.
Shout, Russie B. There we
go.
Yeah,
it's bad blood tonight, isn't it? That's why. Showing our support.
Over to you, Russ, again.
Well, I thought you'd be supporting Drew McIntyre, really. But anyway, being Scottish. But anyway, you're not really Scottish, are you? English. But yeah. look, Alex is getting paps. Look, Alex is getting paps. Look at this. It's the TikTok generation. He's getting paps. Look at him getting paps. But yeah, so look, at the end of the day, it was much needed. It's much needed. A much needed win. And yeah, we needed it, definitely. I mean, you look at, I think there was some good passages of play. Again, for me, it still looks a bit disjointed. I know I'm being greedy now, but there was times where I didn't really know. I mean, Emerson was playing central midfield for like half the game. Kilman was playing left centre back. It was all over the place a little bit, but look, we've won the game.
Yeah, I think. There's definitely parts of it that we can say, look, right, Ipswich not being at their best have made us look probably a little bit better than we may have thought we were today. But I still think that it was one of the best performances I've seen from us this season, and there was a lot of positivity there, especially with us pushing forward with pace. And it's not on a counter-attack, it is literally attacking with pace.
Yeah.
And we have been dying to see that, and we look so dangerous when we do that.
Yeah,
so dangerous.
And just looks, to be honest, it could have been 6 or 7. Kadu should have scored, and there's a couple of times where it was slightly overplayed. We actually looked pretty, not lethal, but reasonably clinical today, which is again something which we haven't seen over the last few games, definitely.
No, I mean, one of the biggest criticisms so far this season is because we're not, the front guys are not scoring enough goals.
Yeah.
And we haven't been creating enough chances at home. But hey, look, we did it today. We did it within a minute. Which I can't remember the last time we scored a goal in the first minute.
Nah, it was. I mean, particularly after the Brentford game last week. Brentford 2 minutes in. Yeah, and then once they equalised 2 minutes afterwards, just like us. It was quite funny. Our game.
I don't know what that game ended up as.
It was 4-2 last time I checked, but I don't know.
I have had literally no signal all game.
Yeah, signal's been a bit funky today, isn't it? It's been a bit funky today.
There was no Wi-Fi, no London Stadium Wi-Fi.
Well, my special Wi-Fi was working. The Russie B Wi-Fi just for me. Password button is the best. Yeah, all lowercase.
If you want to cough that password to me at any point, you feel free.
Yeah, I don't think it'll reach over there, to be honest, where you are.
I did get a picture of you today.
You got a picture?
Well,
terribly exciting stuff for everybody. Broke the record for most attempts on goal in the Premier League. What's that, usual suspect? Is that us? Really?
Yeah, there you are. You weren't doing that thumbs up as me. I thought I'll go zoom in on you. I did try and send it to the chat. I'm still trying to send.
Well,
I sent that at 3 o'clock.
I tell you what, do you know who's the real winner? you know who's the real winner?
Who?
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig was here half time, guys. It's the collab we didn't think we wanted, and it's still the collab we don't want. But yeah, Peppa Pig half time. Every dad must have gone, oh, for fuck's sake. You know, I got away with that. I have that every day on TV. And then I come to West Ham. Alex will get rid of his beer. He can't take the beer over. But yeah, Peppa Pig half time. Yeah, that was quite funny, bless him. But look, we move on now. We've got international break. You know, it's good for us. I think that Bowen's not in the squad. Bowen can have a little bit of a rest. So can I haven't checked everyone else. No, Mavropanos been called up. Andy Irvine's been called up. Ariola has. Irvine has. Andy Irvine, super Andy Irvine. No space for him on the bench today. You know, no place for him. Obviously, Luis Guilherme getting on as well. The Leicester spotted Luis Guilherme getting a 10-minute little cameo, 5-minute cameo at the end. He's a good player. He's one for the future. Yeah. I've seen him play. I saw him play the under 21s and in the International Cup week before last. And yeah, good player. And I thought he'd play today in the squad because he wasn't in the International Cup squad on Wednesday. So there we go. Yeah. There we go. Boost morale. It's funny. One win, everyone's fucking. I'm walking past, everyone's smiling. There's people still having a beer, and usually it's like a morgue here. So it's actually.
We've got to give Lopetegui a 10-year deal, haven't we?
Yeah, and do you know what? Do you know I'm going to give a big shout out to the Ipswich fans. They were brilliant. They kept on singing at the end. And Kieran McKenna, when he went over to see the fans, turned to the West Ham fans and gave us an applause as well. Because they were applauding him as well. Because, you know, wouldn't mind him one day, I think.
No, he is a decent manager.
I just want to remind you that we are. Just want to remind you that we are three points from 6th place, 5 points from 4th place.
We're 5 points off a Champions League spot.
Well, I mean, what's the equivalent of West Ham is coming up? I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's Sweet Caroline.
It must be Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline. It was so funny. We got to the point where I thought, so my floor manager went, fuck, what do we do when we win a game? I can't remember. And it was like, what are we got to do? So I was like, wait, don't we play this song? Yes, it. Carry on. You know what you do. But yeah, all good. Now we have a 2-week gap, and then Spurs away. Yeah. Looking forward to that now.
I'm always looking forward to Spurs.
It's a cup game. It is. I know people take each other take the piss out of each other's, but it is a cup final. Anything can happen in that game.
No, anything can happen. We got a result there last season, so maybe we can do it. I mean,
well, we're undefeated away from home.
We are in the Premier League.
Yes. In the Premier League, yes. Yeah. And actually, all three Premier League games that we've played away from home this year, we lost last year.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Doesn't matter. We're good. We're good away from home. We're very solid.
We are.
We're very solid. My signal will cut out soon, probably, because I'm going to be crossing over the bridge, as you all know.
It's probably the best signal you've had all bloody day. It's fucking been awful. This is the first time I've had a clear actual thing. Oh, the little kid. Oh, get the kid on, man. Look at him there. He's desperate. Go on, Russ.
He's gone past.
He's too scared to approach kids, aren't you? You're too scared to approach kids.
Yes, I am too scared to approach kids, Anton. Have you not seen the news? He's like, why are you going to talk to that kid? Yeah, okay. Yeah, and I get fucking, you know, what's it, U-train, get over me. Can't just talk to kids, Anton. Jesus Christ, I don't know the rules like Scotland.
GP says, Russ, give the kid a clip around the ear.
Yeah, exactly. Clip around the ear, that's it. Unbelievable.
Listen, it's someone's already been in the chat and said, "Oh, we need to just, you know, Ipswich aren't that great." And listen, I'm not saying I don't think they did play that great today, and I think they definitely allowed West Ham to play better. But today was all about having a good day at the office, and today was a good day at the office. Yeah. It wasn't the best day at the office. It wasn't record breaking, but everyone that needed to score goals scored goals. Everyone that needed to assisted goals assisted goals. Everyone that needed a positive game had a positive game. Every player that we needed to come out of this in a positive light came out of this in a positive light, and that's what we needed, and that's the key part. So that's the way I look at this game today. It's a game that's worked and paid dividends for us because we've got the victory. It's a shame that we didn't get a clean sheet, but what I will take from this game is that we're looking more solid in our back line. We're looking more comfortable in our back line, and we're looking more unified in our back line.
Well, particularly after last week, where the back line seemed to have about 12 different ideas, and it kept on changing in and out, in and out. To have the sort of, in essence, the back four starting, being the back four that finished the game, albeit with Emerson taken off just to give Cresswell a run out. That's
Russ. I'm going to let you and Alex finish off if that's all right.
All right, mate. Yeah, nice.
Back finishing at right back, left back starting at left back, and finishing at left back.
And the centre halves both finishing at centre half, and again, I thought Kilman had a good game. For me, when the defender you don't remember him playing, for me, it means he's had a good game because he hasn't fucked up.
I just thought halfway through, like Todibo had the ball at one point, and he was trying something fancy, and I thought, you give it away now, and then suddenly your great game has turned into a terrible one. But he didn't. Yeah. And I just kind of thought, right, yeah, that's how easy a good game could be turned into a bad game.
Easy, because then that's easily clipped, and that's it. I mean, look at the game yesterday. That the Leeds goalkeeper, he had a couple of good saves before then, but everyone's going to remember that. Going through his hands and going through his legs.
That was a howl.
It was, and nice to see Calvin Phillips getting a hero's welcome when he went off the pitch.
Can someone confirm or deny? Was it Calvin Phillips who gave away the ball for our first goal?
I've got a feeling it might have been, yeah.
I haven't seen the replay.
I've got a feeling it might have been. But then what was quite funny was, someone Ben hasn't played. He started the first game, and he hasn't started for Ipswich, but he starts today.
Who's giving kudos? I know, poor man.
They gave him kudos. Bless Ben. Ben's just come back from bloody, and he's got. You think he should know how to be up against kudos, to be honest. But there we go.
Probably I'm going to put Johnson in the side, and he can play against Kudus because they know what Kudus is all about. And Johnson's probably thinking, no, please not him, anyone else. Give me Bowen on the left. I'd rather do that.
Yeah, totally.
He's probably a nightmare to play against.
Yeah, he seemed to me he seemed to play with a bit of a smile on his face, Kudus, today. When the camera keeps zooming in, he looks happy. And I think what was quite interesting when they took him off. Lopetegui made because he doesn't do that. He doesn't really give players high fives as they go off, and he did it. And he sort of went over and properly went, well done. And it was almost like trying to draw a line under what happened last week. Maybe I don't know. It was. Martin says Kilman's been a very good signing. I agree. I think he's probably across the 7 games now. I think he's probably been our signing of the season so far.
Yeah.
I think for consistency.
Yeah, consistency-wise, I think so. I don't think he'll end up signing the season. He'll end up with one of the players that we look back and think, that's a fantastic signing. And I do not regret paying 40 million for him at all. No.
Me neither.
As well, though.
I think we're starting to see, the promise of him. I mean, he played well the last game. The Brentford game played all right, but today I thought he was a brick wall both. With the ball and without the ball, I thought.
I mean, what would be interesting is to see how that back line does against Tottenham, against a team that are very strong going forward, very fast going forward, and they do tend to have a lot of ideas and do tend to score a lot of goals. So we look so much stronger defensively than we did last season.
I do agree, man. I think for me, I think we're starting to see. Hopefully, the starting of the embers of a team. It does seem a little bit like today. We wanted that. We need that performance. We needed score a few goals. The forward line to score a few goals. Defence to be strong, and we were sort of there. I thought today.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm still not 100% sold that that's the starting 11 going forward, but
I don't think he will be. For me, I think Fulkrug comes in instead of Antonio, and then Antonio comes on with 25 minutes to go.
Yes, ideally, yeah.
That's right. I don't think
I'm still not convinced about Kudus on the left.
No, and I mean Alvarez on the bench today as well. A bit of a surprise, I think.
That one was a surprise though. That one was a real surprise. I didn't think it was Rodriguez kicks. I didn't think he put in a great performance last week.
No, me neither.
But I don't think he looked bad today. I think he was decent on the ball. He was passing it away, wasn't giving it away. Yeah. So I think he did all right.
It's cool, man. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Look at it. it's,
High press. Oh, quick press was so much better.
and we had like, you know, all 4 people scored goals, all the forward.
No. It's much better. Oh,
So much.
Yeah, I mean, that was
at
least 6.
really
Yeah.
But it's just typical at the international now, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
Find a bit of form. I'm getting look forward to seeing your. Well, don't forget to check out the West Ham Network on YouTube.
Yeah,
It's very good.
Yeah, it's been uploading. It's still uploading. Oh no, it's not uploading.
Good. Cheers, guys. Cheers, guys. Right, well, I think our signal's going to stop in a minute because we are hitting the stop and go sign. It's a bit bad today, isn't it? Do you know what? Again, because we won. People haven't fucked off early, and so with Spurs will be a big test for a back line. I totally agree. Leslie, everyone having a good weekend. West Ham haven't ruined it. Enjoyed good and enjoy match of the day.
Yeah, longer than a couple of minutes.
Well, he's open.
Whether or not Lopetegui was the right choice or not, you know, they probably still will do that.
Yeah.
But it might get a little bit of
Pressing again. So Oliver Glasner's back, and obviously Man United and
again as well, didn't they?
Wolves lost, and Southampton as well. I mean, it was 1-1, but I think Arsenal went 2-1, 3-1, or something like that. I think. But anyway, listen, guys. Thank you. Phenomenal interviews coming up. Tell you what, there's one which is going to blow you away. Ex-player interview. I haven't seen him. I've been googling YouTube like for the last 2 weeks, and I haven't found an interview from this player. Haven't, and he's not like a shit player. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say any more.
Oh, that player.
That player. Not that player. That player. That player. That player.
Oh, that
Alex knows.
Yeah.
But anyway, keep an eye on the channel. Take care. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay humble. Keep the faith. Orange. Go yours. Right. Knocky. Knocky. Yes, Knocky. Oh, just stop. Oh, I got Knocky.